Here we start with the Phillies, who won yesterday and won the series. They explode finally on Friday night with a bunch of runs, and they just blast that guy after the rain delay, which was awesome. Saturday, frustrating day. They lose. They didn't hit. Romano gives up the grand slam. Not a good game. Yesterday, they come back. They win the series in Atlanta. Ranger again was brilliant, and they hold on in the ninth inning. But Hugh, I have to have a confession here.
What you got?
And I think some people may feel the same way. Some people might. In fact, I want to bring this up because I wonder if I'm the only one. I wonder if I'm in the minority on this. I thought about this as I was watching the game yesterday because I found yesterday's win excruciating. Mm-hmm. They did not hit. They left runners on. JT early in the game has a chance to get a big hit. And he just grounds the ball out. Like, they've had so many games this year where it's like pulling teeth to score runs, right? Like what they did on Friday. Yeah, total struggle bus. What they did on Friday scoring all those runs was not the norm, right? They do that once every 10 days or so. They explode and you feel better, but then they go back to not scoring runs. But I kind of caught myself yesterday because the game ended and I felt like crap. Like the game ended last night or yesterday afternoon. I was like, oh, they won, but like, oh,
you was like,
they almost blew it. They didn't hit. And I realized, and this is maybe it's a character flaw of mine. I'm not really enjoying this season. They're 49-35. I should be enjoying this. Like, they are in first place. They have one of the best records in baseball, right? The only teams that have a better record than the Phillies right now are the Dodgers at 53-32. And in the American League, it is the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. That's it. I mean, those are the only teams in baseball that have better records than the Phillies. That's it. Like, we're talking about, like, 3 teams in all of baseball that have a better record than the Phillies. And yet, I am not allowing myself to enjoy it. I feel like I have focused, and this is not even just on the air doing the show, Hugh, and this is like when I watch the games at home.
You feel like, bleh.
I keep thinking about their flaws more than their strengths. And there are strengths, right? Like, their starting pitching is awesome. It's one of the great rotations we've ever seen in Philadelphia. And we know the story of this franchise, right? The Phillies aren't the St. Louis Cardinals. They're not the Yankees, right? The Phillies don't have the track record of success over 50 and 100 years where they just win 95 games every year. That's not who the Phillies are. So, in effect, this is a really good Phillies team with a lot of wins already and a chance to do something, yet I'm not enjoying it. I keep focusing on the flaws, the issues. I wonder if people come down. 215-592-9494. Are you enjoying this Phillies season? It feels like a funny question to ask at 49-35. They're 14 games over. Hugh, maybe I'm the weird one. I'm not enjoying this because they don't score runs, and every time they win, I feel like, that was so almost a loss. I haven't allowed myself to enjoy it. Hugh, where do you come down? Are you enjoying a 49-35 team?
First of all, Joe, you're not weird. You're special.
Okay.
That's what makes you unique.
Right.
That's what makes you you.
Mm-hmm.
Am I enjoying the season?
Yeah.
Yes, for the most part, because this is where baseball for the Phillies has been for me since I've been here. I got here after they went to the World Series, and I've been kind of on that trajectory where they've been right about here every year since I've been here.
Right.
And before I got here, it was the Adubo Herrera show or whatever. It was bad. But the bottom line was it was bad when I was in
It was bad and then mediocre for a decade.
Yes, yeah. So I'm enjoying it. I think what has happened is with this fan base that we've gotten close and we've gotten a taste of it, especially coming off the seasons that you had where I talked about you were mediocre and not good. And it's frustrating because I'm assuming for a lot of fans that this is more about you see more flaws than you see, positives.
Yeah.
And we've seen the flaws that we're seeing now are the ones that got us sent home in the playoffs. So that's probably why you're not enjoying it. But for me, it's about the same as it's been. When I look at the regulars, if I go and look at the standings right around this time of the year, the Phillies are on the positive side of it, and they've been on the positive side of that.
Like right now, they are in first place, and the Mets are playing way worse than the Phillies. The Mets, remember when we got swept by the Pirates and we felt like crap? The Mets just got swept by the Pirates this weekend, and their games weren't even close. Like, they got blown out by the Pirates.
Yeah, and the GM is telling them, I read a story where he was saying, just bear with us a little bit. Hold on. Have faith.
They had a team, they had a players-only meeting. I mean, they got a lot of issues with the Mets.
Yeah, so it's I am not as down on the Phillies as you are, but I understand where you're coming from because you're talking about these tremendous lows, and then you had these tremendous highs, and now you're seeing some of the same things that sent us home early. So, yeah, I can see where you're feeling the way you do, but I don't feel that way.
Yeah, I guess part of it is I just keep looking at their October issues, right? What will prevent them from winning the World Series rather than like, hey, every time, 4 out of the 5 days they throw out a starter that has all-star stuff. I mean, that is the ability to make the all-star game. In fact, I think they have 4 of the top 11 or 12 in NL Cy Young odds. Like, Rangers now put himself in that mix. They obviously have Zach Wheeler's amazing. He'll pitch tonight. Sanchez has been very good. Luzardo, other than 2 starts, has been outstanding. And we know Ranger now is on, one of the all-time Phillies heaters.
He's what the kids like to say. He's on one.
Oh, my goodness. This is like Cliff Lee 2011 kind of stuff. This has been unbelievable to watch. And yet every time I watch the game, I'm thinking, man, that's not really a third hitter in a World Series lineup. Man, that's not really a 5-hitter in a World Series lineup. Man, they don't play good defense. Man, the bullpen's got so many leaky holes. I'm not allowing myself to enjoy it. And part of me is like, Joe, you're being ridiculous. They're 49-35. 215-592-9494. Where do you come down? Am I the only one here? I'm that's not really enjoying a 49-35 season. Part of me feels silly for this because I'm like, the Phillies are not typically this good, right? They're on pace to win over 90 games again. This kind of seasons don't happen very often, and here I am focusing on all the negatives. Francisco Rojas is in for Kyle Quinn.
Francisco!
Fran, what's up? How you doing? Are you enjoying this Phillies team?
I mean, I'm doing okay, but as far as this baseball team goes, I hate this team right now. I'm so down.
I just want to agree.
And I love the Phils, diehard Phils fan. I love baseball, but this team is, man, I just, as soon as last year happened, man, I knew coming into the season that I wasn't feeling good, but I feel even worse than I did at the start of the season. I feel like I'm watching this team, halfway point of the year. It's the same old stuff. The lineup is worse than I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought
it's not good.
It's not horrible, but it's not good enough. They need it to be a strength, and I feel like the starting pitching is really the only strength right now. I mean, you look at the bullpen now, Jordan Romano, he's been horrible. You look at his ERA now, it's like 7.30.
Yeah, we're almost in July now. You can't have a 7 ERA.
Yeah, so the bullpen's shaky, like you mentioned. I feel horrible. I hate this team.
See, part of me thinks it's funny what Francis said, but part of me feels a little bit better I'm not the only one here. I mean, he just said he hates a team that's 49-35 and on pace for like 95 wins.
A lot. But I get where he's coming from.
Well, but, I think there's 2 ways to do it. As a fan, you can enjoy the day-to-day, and most days they're going to pitch well enough to win. I mean, that's their story, right? They're 49-35. They have excellent starting pitching. But you also view it through the prism of, are they good enough to win the World Series? And every time I watch them, I think, no. Even though they have this outrageous starting pitching, every day there's something that bothers me about the way they play, whether it's their defense or their offense or their bullpen. It's just like it kills you.
You know what it is? I think they do have enough to win the World Series. But I think that during certain times of the season, they don't handle adversity well.
Like someone else around here?
I'm not going down that path.
Everyone heard what happened this morning. We had a meltdown.
Hey, keep your head up, Jack, because I know Jack listens to everything. Keep your head up, man. It's only one. It's only one event. You got time.
I love Jack. We're going to get to this in detail. I love Jack. He knows I love him. But he also knows I got to call it like it is. I can't sugarcoat what happened yesterday.
I know you
can't. A meltdown happened on that golf course.
I would not expect you to. I would, but I think sometimes we have to handle certain things with kids' gloves.
Oh, you're going to go soft on Fritz here on this. You're going to go soft. You didn't take the pledge on Fritz in the camera.
I did take the pledge. But I also understand, pressure.
Yeah.
And, sometimes, I mean, it's not the end of the world, man. It's just,
It's just game one. It's just game one. They got 4 more games to go.
You got to gather yourself.
Yep.
Then get ready for the next event. Yeah. What is the next event?
Next event will be baseball next week.
Next week, baseball. Just get your mind right. You got a whole week to get your mind right.
Better.
Get your mind right.
Otherwise, this could be quick. All right, 215-592-9494. Are you enjoying this Phillies season? It's a very simple question, but I think it's a complicated answer. I mean, on the surface, 49-35. In first place by a game and a half. They've done this without Bryce for about a month now. They've done it with Nola basically the entire season. I mean, even when Nola was healthy, he wasn't any good. I mean, they really have gotten 0 out of Aaron Nola. And the bullpen has been shaky, and yet they're here. I mean, there is a sentiment where, like, I do feel a little bit crazy. Like, how am I not enjoying this? But I have to be real. I'm not. All I can see is the flaws. All I can see is the excruciating at-bats when they need a big hit. All I can see is the bullpen that's not good enough. All I see is flaws, and part of me hates it because I want to enjoy this. I want to enjoy this starting pitching. Where do you come down?